What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 3, and today we are returning with two massive games with our Canaries as we take on Brighton away and Sheffield United at home. Before we play the games though, how Norwich been getting on? Oh, camera. So of course, in the last episode, you saw our 1-1 draw at home to Aston Villa and in our 2-0 defeat away against Burnley. I played 7 games off camera, and as you can see, the run's been pretty mixed. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse too. And we started off with a goalless draw at home to Liverpool. Solid result, this one, a clean sheet against the European champions. We almost won it as well, right towards the end of the game. Dermot off the bench, missing a golden chance, would have given us a famous victory, but sadly wasn't to be. But either way, 0-0 draw, very credible indeed. But then away from home, a loss to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and this is a heartbreaking, sickening loss. We were leading by a goal, courtesy of Duda, who's been very good to start the season off. But with 18 minutes to go in the game, still up by a goal, we totally choked it away and bottled it. Olivier Giroud made it 1-1 after a Jamal Lewis mistake, and then in the 89th minute, Jamal Lewis gave away a penalty and Willian converted it. So the Northern Irish left back there just hit the self-destruct button as we lost the game by 2-1. Gutted, but either way, we stick with you, Jamal, as we did lose that game now, unfortunately. And after that, we bounced back with 2 wins, including our first away points of the season. First at Vicarage Road, getting a victory by 2-1. Buendia scoring our first, and then Duda getting his second goal in 2 games, giving us a 2-goal lead for Welbeck. Did score a consolation goal for the Hornets in our first away victory of the season. Delighted with that. And then the following game was a massive victory against Steve Bruce's Newcastle United. And funny enough, for those that follow me on Twitter, you would have seen this because I posted about it. Before the game, Steve Bruce said to me he wasn't sure how Norwich could stay up and we haven't got the quality. So that made this victory even sweeter. Duda scoring his third in 3 from the spot, making it 1-0. Pookie made it 2. And Sean Longstaff did grab a consolation goal for the Magpies. But I was buzzing after that, after Steve dissed me in the pre-match press conference that we get the victory there and showing we have got enough quality to survive this season. But he might be right after all, because following that we did lose 3 on the bounce. First away at Goodison Park against Everton, where we lost by 4-2. We conceded all 4 goals in 38 minutes. Got absolutely destroyed in this game at the back. Moise Keane bagged a 17-minute hat-trick. He was just on fire in this game. And Richarlison got another as well right before the break. Our goal scorers were Pookie and Cantwell, but counted for nothing in the end as we lost the game. And then following that, conceded 4 in the very next game at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Actually haven't started the season off very well in this save. Right now sat in mid-table, but you wouldn't have thought that based on the way they played in this game. They just turned up at Carrow Road as if they were prime Barcelona. It was unbelievable. Kane bagged a brace. Son got a goal, as did Eric Dyer, in a 4-0 demolition job as they aim to get their season back on track, and that was being played a day after my birthday, so not a good way for me to be celebrating on a Saturday night. And following that, we lost to Wolves at home as well, so back-to-back home defeats. This one by a goal to nil. Very, very sickening blow, this one though. We were doing okay for most of the game, and then with 10 minutes to go, then Donker heads in a corner as Wolves get the 3 points right towards the end of the match. So yeah, 3 defeats on the bounce for Norwich. However, after 2 big wins in this run as well against Watford and Newcastle, who right now are sat around us in the table. As you can see, we currently sit in 14th place with 14 points on the board, and we are 3 points on the drop zone with a game in hand as well, which of course is this first one away against Brighton. So yeah, our form's been quite inconsistent, start the season off, but it's not too bad. I mean, put it this way, I thought at this stage of the season right now, approaching the halfway mark, we would be here. Or maybe here or here at best, but in the relegation zone somewhere. But instead, we're a few places above it, a few points clear of it, and we're doing okay. Perspective, it's not been great, but it's certainly going to be a lot worse. And so with our 2 big games today, I think we should dive right into it. Brighton away are our first opponents. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, we've been drawn against my team in the FA Cup 3rd round. Can you believe it? We've got Millwall away at the Den, so I'm very looking forward to that game. It's funny, but I often get drawn against Millwall in saves when I'm not managing them. I think it's just a coincidence, but either way, we've got Millwall away at the Den. Tough one that away from home against the Den. As we know, Millwall, fantastic side, but we'll see what we can do against Gary Rowe and his boys. In fact, funnily enough, I think they've been quite poor to start the season off, haven't they? Yeah, 22nd in the Championship right now, so I fancy my chances, and hopefully we'll come away from the Den with a victory. So yeah, first game today is going to be away against Brighton in a very big game for both teams right now, desperate to claw away from the drop zone and get some points on the board, approaching halfway point in this season. We have lost 3 straight, and one of the big reasons why I've been conceding quite a few goals of late is because I also posted this on Twitter. You might notice in our final 3 games, Michael Mcgovern has been starting in goal, and the reason being is because Ralph Farman, as we know, is still injured with that hip injury. We won't see him again until January, and Tim Krul also went down as well, and he's still not fully fit yet after a groin strain. So Michael Mcgovern has been in goal, and to be honest, he's just not got the quality to play in this league. I love his mental stats, don't get me wrong, but he's not exactly been doing very well keeping the ball at the back of the net. So yeah, that's why right now we have been struggling quite a bit conceding goals. But yeah, on the injury report, it's just the goalkeepers that are injured right now, Krul and Farman, as we have a little bit of an injury crisis. So yeah, first game today, as we stay with a 4-2-3-1 wide. I have tried a couple of systems out during this run off camera, but this is the one I'm getting the most success with, and the only games I've had wins with are with this formation. So this will be our lineup. Mcgovern in goal, back for Jamal Lewis, Zimmerman, Godfrey and Aarons, with Tribal and Gelson through the middle. Further forward, Cantwell on left, Buendia on the right, and Duda supports Pukki, our top scorer. And on the bench, Krul, Closer, Byram, Rupp, Stiepermann, Dembele, and young Adam Ida as well. So first game, it's Brighton. Huge game away from home. Let's end the lost streak. Come on, you Canaries. First time coming to Norwich, Tribal sends Lewis in down left-hand side. And Buendia, saved by Matt Ryan. He's probably been our best player to start the season off, Buendia. Him and Duda, I would say. And he's actually got interest from Manchester United right now. So could possibly cash in on him in January for a major transfer fee. But I think we'll need him if we're to have any chance of staying up. Good save by the Aussie. Still 0-0. But as we surrender possession here, a chance for Brighton to go in front. Oh, this is a long highlight as Montoya tries to beat Jamal. And does. And there's the first. Trossard turns in the cross. And 7 minutes in, we're behind. I know Tim Krul's not fully fit, but we're going to have to start him in the next game because that shot should have been saved. Trossard drills it, and it's dead centre, or it seems dead centre, as Montoya's cross to the middle is picked out on the 8-yard area. And 8-yard area, 6-yard area, and Mcgovern got to save that. 1-0, Brighton in front. Come on, Norwich. Plenty of time, but what on earth was that pass from Fernandes? It's 2. It's 2. Just masters our own downfall there. Playing quite a high defensive line to begin with. Probably shouldn't be doing that with a pacey striker like Neil Mapai to deal with. Poor from Gelson. And regardless of his determination, teamwork and work rate, you do need to be able to pass the ball 5 yards. Mapai drills it past Mcgovern. 2-0 Brighton. 4-game loss streak. Fuck me. Honestly, the defence of this team is really weak. So it makes you wonder why I decided to buy a 16-year-old for £7 million as opposed to improving the back line. Right, okay, at half-time, I'm just going to say aggressively to the boys, show me something else in the second half, because that was bloody awful. And I will make some changes to my tactics as well. Drop our defensive line a little bit when I find the out of possession. There we are. To standard. We won't press as high as we are right now. We'll stay on our feet as well, not commit. We will play a little bit more direct though and up our tempo too, and stop playing out of defence as well, and be more expressive in our creative freedom too. That right there is literally me just clicking on random things and hoping something works out for the best. So to make change to the personnel, I think I'll leave them as they are right now. They got themselves into this mess. They can sort it out. 2-0 down, 45 minutes to go. Game's not done yet, but we need an early goal here. I believe if we can get an early goal in this second half, we could complete a comeback here. Jamal Lewis down left, slides it through to Todd Cantwell. Lots of space for the youngster to run into. He'll cross it to the middle where Duda's waiting. Now, Buendia receives a fizzed pass to him. Aarons' cross is blocked, though. And when Brighton come on the counter, they look dangerous. Cunningham sends it long. Trossard's already scored once. He'll roll it across. Mapai hits the post. And it's cleared away. Could have and should have been free. Their counters are lethal. 20 minutes remaining. And, oh, wow. Oh, Adam. Could have been Max's first assist of the season and Ida's second goal. Just put him off the bench for Pukki, and to be fair, good movement to get himself free there after a lapse in concentration by the host, but smacked it a mile wide of the post as Ryan came out to meet him. Had a couple of chances, just haven't taken them. As Buendia slides that wide towards Aarons. Can he cross? He can. And Cantwell heads over, and that says it all. Couple of brilliant chances and couldn't hit a target from close range with either. See, what I can say now in the post-match interview As Mcgovern fists away that free kick. This isn't poor tactics. We created chances, just didn't finish them. And here's another one. Stiepermann. Yes! 4 minutes. Game not over yet. Stiepermann off the bench makes it 2-1. And we've had chances. We've had plenty of them. And finally we've taken them. But like Jojo, is it a little too late? Stiepermann goes on the run. 1-0 with Ryan. The Australian gets a touch but can't keep it out. 2-1. Is there going to be a late twist? Come on. Oh! Ryan with the save, and that is surely going to do it. Yeah, free kick. Cantwell was offside, and that would do it. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. I thought we were going to rescue it there. Yeah, we played okay, didn't we? We did all right. We might have lost, but we did all right. That's not going to save my job, though. You know, doing all right, but still losing. But to be fair, in the second half, we did okay. So I'll say unlucky, boys. It would have been nice to win there, but it wasn't meant to be. Because I thought we did okay in that second half. Really turned it round. Just sadly didn't take the chances. And therefore it is a defeat. So it's 4 straight for the Canaries. But positives. You know, the TV money coming in and also the January window right around the corner. I must say, I am possibly going to be asking Delia if I can have some cash to invest. Because right now, of course, we'll have absolutely nothing to work with. Well, 1.4 mil. But what we really need is an old school centre-half, I think. We have been leaking a lot of goals since the season began. I think we've had 29 goals conceded in 17, which is, you know, quite concerning, and a big reason as to why right now we are down the bottom of the table, because we are getting a lot of chances in the games we're playing, even the ones we lose like that one, but also finishing them is the problem. So I mean, I guess really, you know, scoring goals and conceding them is the problem, and that's not a good combination to have. And I guess this cheers me up a little bit. Steve Bruce, sacked by Newcastle, slagged me off in a pre-match press conference. And that's karma, Steve. That's karma. Never said a bad word about you, but you start slagging me off, and now look what's happened, mate. That's karma. Justice. Alright, so second and final game today, as we welcome the Blaze to Carrow Road. Got to put a stop to our loss streak today after 4 straight defeats. And as you can see right now, Sheffield United sat in 10th place in the Premier League table. Us right now just 3 points off Aston Villa in 18th place. Got to make sure we get at least a point in today's game, and this will be our team for the game. 4-2-3-1 once again. However, I've changed the tactics up a little bit here. We're going to play more direct in this game and higher the tempo as well, be more expressive in the creative freedom, and as we know, Sheffield United do like to play wide in their system, so we're going to stretch our defensive width out wide as well. And yeah, let's see if this does anything at all. So this will be our team for the game. A few changes to personnel as well. Tim Krul is back between the sticks because we need someone other than Mcgovern between the sticks, really. And the back four is going to be Lewis, Zimmerman, Closer, and Max Aarons. Tribal and Fernandez once again through the middle, with Hernandez getting a start on the left as Cantwell's been quite poor in recent games. Duda and Buendia supporting Timu Puki up top. And on the bench, Mcgovern, Hanley, Byram, Rupp, Stiepermann, Dembele, and Adam Ida as well. So yeah, second game today. It's Sheffield United desperately need at least a point. Come on, you Canaries. Max Aarons, I swear, fucking hates me. It seems like every pre-match team talk I do, he always responds negatively. He hasn't got a single assist or goal all season long, and his average rating, I think, is a 6.7. He just doesn't want to play for me. I think he wants to go. You know, normally it's Doc's developing Wonder Kids. I think, you know, in this series, it might well be Doc's ruining Wonder Kids. Because Dembele can't get a game, and Aarons isn't performing. Jamal Lewis isn't doing very well for us either. And, oh, we would have been a goal down already, 39 seconds in, had it not been for an amazing save by Tim Krul. We are in deep trouble, man. Just can't buy a bloody win at the moment. As Billy Sharp on the ball slides it through. I mean, like I said, I knew it was going to be tough. Like, I knew it was going to be tough heading into our first season. But defensively, my goodness, we are just getting sliced open game by game by game. Billy Sharp rolls through Mousse, drills it past Krul first time. 1-0 down, 11 minutes in. Got to keep reminding myself that this is how every Football Manager save starts off with me. We start off really poor. We are now 2-0 down, 14 minutes in. And over time, we do get better and we do begin to improve. But honestly, I won't have much time at this rate. This is going to be 5 straight defeats and we are sinking without a trace. Lundstrom into Mousse, beats Krul who comes out to meet him. 2-0 down and we've not even played a quarter of an hour yet. There just isn't that much quality in this Norwich side as Buendia floats in a corner and Tribal puts it straight at Dean Henderson. Because normally, like, when a team is struggling, they often look to, like, one player to get them out of their hole. And they look to one player to sort of be the guy that can save them. I look at this Norwich team and I think, who could do that? Who could be the guy that saves our season? I think Buendia is the only one that I have confidence in. But, oh my God. But honestly, I don't see enough quality to stay up. Come on, Norwich, get a goal before the break. And that'll be big. Jamal, down the left, rolls it into Hernandez. And now Tribal. Crosses. Yes! I tell you what though, if we are going to stay up this season, it depends on the form of this man and the fitness of this man, if you will. Buendia, 4th goal of the season. He's got more assists than anyone else in this team as well. And he heads us back into the game right before the break. Lovely cross by Tribal. And he is really the only player, I would say, in this team that's got the quality to keep us up. Oh, it's not disallowed for offside, is it? No, he's onside. Buendia with a goal, 2-1. I think we'll get chances to get a leveller, but the key is taking them. You saw in our last game against Brighton, we can get chances. We just can't seem to take them. Yes! Right on cue! Yes, 2-2. What a comeback! That is a fucking shocking goal though, isn't it? I mean, that's not tactics. That's just atrocious defending. Buendia's through ball cut out by Chris Basham, but he rolls it straight to Pukki after a terrible back pass. And the Finnish striker gets his 6th of the year. 2-2. And we've battled back to level it. And now we've got a corner. Oh, Hernandez is shot blocked. Come on, Norwich. We haven't had the rub of the green of late. I think we deserve a little bit of luck at some point. But I can just see the Blades nicking it late on. And that'll be heartbreaking, man. Because he's done so well to battle back in this game. Lundstrom down the left, crosses, headed up. Oh, no! Oh, what a block. What a block. I don't know who that was there. Huge block. I think it was Jamal Lewis. And keeps us level. Blades looking for a late winner. And they might just get it. Norwood. Freeman. No! You know, we've honestly, 5-game loss streak this will be. We've honestly been really unlucky during it. Billy Sharp to Norwood on the edge. Cross comes in, and I think McBurney's shot does take a deflection as well. Yeah, it does. Takes a big deflection. And Sheffield United are going to win it. Honestly, man, we've been unlucky in this stretch. Very unlucky. I'm not really sure what we need to do at the moment, tactically speaking. Which is a phrase you'll be hearing me say a lot throughout the course of the series. But honestly, like we're actually playing okay. You look at the statistics in the games we've lost, and we honestly, we're not playing poorly at all. And it might seem like I'm patronising my players here, saying unlucky, it would have been nice to win there, but it wasn't to be. But honestly, we're doing okay. If we could just be a little bit more clinical in front of goal and not be fucking atrocious at the back, then we'd be alright. But unfortunately, regardless of the positives we might be seeing on the pitch, we aren't picking up any points. 5 defeats on the trot, 32 goals conceded in 17 games. That is bad, isn't it? And right now, as you can see in the Premier League table, to end today's episode off, we currently sit in 15th place, 14 points on the board, 3 points clear of Aston Villa, but Newcastle in 19th, do have a game in hand. But you know, positives. There was some decent football getting played during those 2 games. Just couldn't, sadly, get any points from it. But that will end today's episode of my Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching if you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I tell you what, we'll come back for 2 big games with an FA Cup 3rd round clash away at the Den against Millwall. That could be a very tricky away trip there to the Den. And then a huge relegation 6-pointer against Aston Villa away from home, where the January transfer window will be open as well. We'll come out for 2 massive games there, where my job could be under threat, depending on what happens in the 4 games prior to them. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you, and I'll see you for my next episode in the Football Manager series very soon.